He was up for Seoul. Wi-Fi went out. This is where he's sitting at now.
And we hear this, we're like, what is that? And I look out and my tire fell off of the car.
I can either scale new fans or I can scale another company.
We're driving, I'm getting ready to go to the mall so I can get some new shoes for me and the woman. And we start hearing this weird noise. And I'm like, what is that? So we get out of the car and we take a look and we think it's just ice. We turn onto the main road and and we hear this, we're like, what is that? And I look out and my tire fell off of the car. So Soph was trying to call the tow place and to get them to come pick it up, but I called BMW Service Center and they're just sending somebody out here to come pick it up. So there's a guy behind us that's like hardcore tweaking.
Oh my God, what is going on? Is he gonna come out and try and like stab us?
He's just like, he's waiting for us, but he's kind of just tweaking.
Here.
Okay, the team's here, the boys here. All right, they came to save the day, and then we have some guy behind us tweaking.
What an interesting day.
If you notice, there's not a single bolt. They didn't even screw the tire back on. There's not a single bolt. They're not on this side either. He didn't bolt my fucking tire in. There's no way. They didn't bolt my tire in. How insane is that? Yo. The ambulance just got here.
Hey guys, not good.
We're trying to put the tire back on. Alright, the woman couldn't withstand, so she's not going to the mall anytime soon. It's too hard to get to the mall. Anyway, police are here. BMW's here. The boys literally came and saved my life here. You have my word that we will do everything we can to make things right for you. I know you do not want a car right now, but I have a series on hold for you in case anything changes.
Hunter's like, I want an M car as a loaner. I want a carbon body kit. I want my full PPF.
If there's any way for me to get a carbon package, I gotta not accept the loaner car.
So the clip that you guys just saw was actually yesterday at around like 6 or 7 o'clock. We crashed the M3. So as of now, the M3 is at BMW. Anticlimactic story. We took the BMW out because we had to go and head off to the mall. We were gonna grab a pair of shoes, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, we start hearing this really weird noise and the car starts to thump. We pull the car off to the side of the road and we're thinking that the exhaust had fallen off because that had happened to us in the past. Anyway, the exhaust was fine. There was no ice underneath the wheels or underneath the car. We didn't know what the sound was. So we pull back onto the highway and we start feeling this jolt sensation coming from the car and lose complete control of the car. So anyway, I go to take a right turn to pull off of the road, and when I take the right turn, as you saw, the whole fucking tire just fell off. So right now the car is, what seemed to had happened was BMW 2 days ago or the day before, I had gotten a flat tire because there's some construction in our building and they keep leaving all of the nails out. Anyway, I ran over one of the nails. I got a flat in the front left tire. Anyway, brought it to BMW, they fixed it, and I don't think that they put the nuts back on the tire, or they didn't torque them hard enough, so they ended up flying off. Anyway, the tire literally just fell off. So anyway, the BMW is at the service center right now, and they are taking care of it. It messed up one of the fenders. The scrape plates underneath the car took all of the damage. The car's completely fine. One of the brake calipers is a little scratched up, and they're replacing all of it, obviously, for free. So, was talking to one of the service guys there, Connor, and he said that the car is most likely going to be there for no less than a week. It'll be there for a while. So, I'm a little upset, but it's okay. We have a ton of cars at the house. It's not really gonna be a big deal. Anyway, what I was doing last night, so I initially filmed this whole little outro, or this whole little intro last night, but I was planning on sending out this drone. So a few months ago when we were doing this filming stuff for one of our marketing channels, we had bought this really cool drone called the DJI Mini 4 Pro and never really gotten a chance to fully use it. And now that I am doing this YouTube channel stuff, I figured it's a perfect time to actually bust it out. So I'm getting ready to set this out on a little flight. outside of my balcony, and I'm gonna try and get some cool little footage, and then we'll pretty much pick it up, and then we'll get into the actual video. We're confirming that this thing even works. Alright, so I just got some actual good news. Connor ended up reaching out to me, the service center tech. He said there was no damage to the fender. There was no damage to anything that they didn't have inside of BMW that they'd be able to just quickly fix. So the car is actually going to be done and completed on the either Friday or Saturday. The only piece that they don't have is the brake caliper. The brake caliper has like this little red scratch on it. When I go to pick up the car, I'll show you guys. It has this very small little scratch on it, but the brake caliper itself is actually fine. So I'm picking the car back up on Friday or Saturday, and we're good to go. So it really was like a really minor little incident, so not a big deal at all. But anyway, today I'm getting ready to structure out my day, and we're gonna go over some of the things that I have to complete, things that we're gonna do, and then Friday I think we're gonna head up to the mall. So it is currently 11 o'clock. We just got home from the gym. I'm about to bust out the old notebook. Curious, maybe you guys do or don't know what this is. So it is called it's called a Remarkable. It's a notebook, but a digital notebook. So you open it up, it was like $1,000. You open it up, you give it a little passcode. All right, so once it's unlocked, you literally, I'll just do like a little quick note for you, quick sheet. You write on it, just like that, just like an actual pencil. It's pretty damn cool though. Anyway, I'm getting ready to structure out my day, things that I need to get done and completed, and then we'll kind of just dig into that. We'll talk about what we are doing. All right, so now that we have a few of our just like immediate tasks, one, I'm gonna like kind of walk you through them. Whatever, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna show you how I actually structure it, or tell you how I actually structure it digitally. So the reason why I like to use this little pad is because it allows me to sit, think, overview digitally, write it down, comprehend, understand, and then automate it. So moving the needle, number one is we need a creator scraper. We need a lead gen scraper, a way that's just gonna allow us to scrape as many possible leads as we possibly can. This is for company number two. Company number one, new fans. We need to calculate our follow unfollows revenue numbers, get an idea for what profit margins are. We need to exercise or help one of my assistants on general outreach, how to talk to these creators. I'm gonna do a per model, per creator notes and get Haley on them. So Haley, as you know, is our personal assistant. Haley is in charge of pretty much everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through all of our creators, all of our ad sets, and effectively give her a nice long list of notes to make sure that things are happening. Obviously film YouTube and then build out and duplicate a pipeline that we had built in a previous video into my own pipeline, into my own creator database. One thing I do want to do is I want to start integrating myself into Notion more than ClickUp. The issue is my entire company runs out of ClickUp. ClickUp right now is probably the most overpowered productivity tool of all time. Now, I plan on developing multiple companies, so I'm struggling with the idea of personal Notion and then individual companies inside of ClickUp, because I feel like where I'm going to spend the most of my time is in ClickUp. I feel like my whole life should just be in ClickUp, not in Notion. So actually, now that I just said that out loud, I think that's what we're going to do. It's okay to have multiple companies inside of ClickUp. We'll just use ClickUp instead of Notion. As much as I love Notion, ClickUp is significantly more advanced and powerful. So anyway, that's kind of what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna get some camera shots of just immediate development, recording and whatnot. We're gonna start working through this now. And I think I might go pick up another camera so that we have two cameras and just easier to film angles, because I could have you here, another camera somewhere else, and it would just make the angles and whatnot just a little bit better, but we'll see.
Look, we tastemakers, groundbreakers. We crown shakers, moved inside the margin, we're writing, that's how we found paper. Hustle nature, since we was riding back on the scooter razors. Had no stable footage since then, I've been the earthquaker. Brown sugar and cinnamon, don't think that I'm the greatest, I just settle for the synonyms. Hey, they wonder what's
So simply all I'm gonna do for that instance is I'm gonna reach out to our builder on our company, and I'm gonna ask him for it, and then he's gonna build it. Task done. Quick. Speed. Alright, I was able to just go through my files. I had already done the math on that. So, anyway, we operate at about 88% profit margins. So, the new follow and follow operation is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm gonna cross this out, and then we're gonna end up needing to move into a little bit of a secondary piece. So I need to connect with Haley and give her a little bit of a better understanding for the outreach. I think I'm trying to think of the easiest, best way to do this. Anyway, I am trying to put some more effort or tasks on our assistant. I need to for sure organize, everything that she does, identify everything that she does, and then because frankly, I give her tasks that are just through messages. Hey, will you start doing this weekly? And then I don't know if she's doing it or not. So what I'm getting ready to do is, and I'm gonna share my screen, is I'm getting ready to open up a folder, or her to-do list folder. I'm gonna write down everything she does and then somehow figure out how to track what she's doing. So I'm gonna look at this. Give me one moment. I'm gonna pull the camera out. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna organize Haley, the assistant, and then I'm gonna organize myself, so that maybe you can figure out how to organize your life, because I am in a little bit of a midlife crisis right now, trying to figure out what's gonna move the needle the most. All right, let's do this. Here I am currently in my company's ClickUp. The immediate thing that I can think to do is, one, honestly just bust out a little notes on like my computer where we structure or make note of everything that we know that Haley does. So Haley is assistant and she takes care of just about everything. So really what we're looking to do here is we're looking to structure exactly what she does in words, in tasks, so I can easily track her performance, essentially. First thing she does is checks in with all the TV models. Then she auditing OF pages / making sure Jeff is uploading all the content to the pages and making sure Jeff is queuing content if that's what he's tasked to do with those specific creators. Okay, second thing she does is she takes care of any request from any of the chat teams if they need specific content, voice notes, have requests or questions regarding the model. She's a medium between chat teams and the actual creator, so that's perfect. Oh, and then she also does meetings with all creators, tries to do them monthly, or tries to do them weekly, but typically monthly. New to-dos. So one, I need a weekly update form on all of the creators. Doesn't matter how you send it to me, I just need it. So I just need that little weekly report just so I'm able to see where everything's at. Realistically, I just need this so I can hold creators accountable for earnings decreasing. This will also account for /TV to make sure what girls are and aren't doing there. We had a model who didn't even have chats on her page for 2 weeks and not a single person noticed. And I think we should probably just build out a completely separate department for anything else, because I mean, we'll see after we start laying out her tasks and her to-dos exactly if it's just too much for her to handle all at once or not. I don't think it is. It definitely shouldn't be. So this is in there. This is a daily thing. Auditing pages, making sure Jeth is uploading all of the content to the pages and making sure Jeth is queuing the content if that's what he's tasked to do with those specific creators. This can honestly be a weekly thing. It doesn't need to be a daily thing. So what we'll do is we'll click add task and we'll say Jeth quality assurance. We're gonna add a description. I need you to go through all the models that Jeth is personally managing and confirm that he is, 1, uploading all of the content to the vault, 2, organizing it the way it needs to be, alerting the chat team that he has uploaded the content for them, because Jeth does upload some creators' content to the vault, but then not all creators, and then some creators he uploads their content just to queue their wall post. That definitely needs to be specified. Now I'm gonna click create task, and then we're gonna change her cadence to weekly. Send content snares to creators monthly, taking care of any requests from any of the chat teams if they need specific content, voice notes, have any other request regarding the models. She's pretty much just the medium between chat teams and the actual creators. Meetings with creators, tries to do them weekly, but typically monthly. I can add that. Scheduled meetings with creators to catch up. I'm recording with Fireflies so I can oversee to some degree. And then this will just be a monthly cadence, honestly. And then she can have the calls on like February 2nd. And then payroll, which is monthly. So add task, monthly, or which is bi-weekly actually. Bi-weekly accounting / payroll. And then this is the obvious. I'm not even gonna add a description because she knows exactly what that is. This will assign Haley Cole's been trading some cryptocurrencies recently. Well, we all have. Last night we got pretty brutally murdered by this John McAfee coin. And then what Cole's raging about over here is he went into a coin, a central bank digital currency, because Trump, made a comment about it. So of course, Pump Fund went crazy. This is where he's sitting at now.
I was up 4 Sol.
He was up 4 Sol. Wi-Fi went out. He was gonna sell though, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, he planned on selling.
I was bullish. I was going to take my profits.
He was bullish. He was gonna take his profits, and then he got just rugged.
Because the Matrix broke. Wi-Fi went out. That's a Matrix attack.
Mm-hmm. Matrix attack.
So now I'm sitting here, paper handing, no soul.
But there's a chance that the Jeets are out, and the Chads will now come in.
You said not coming in?
What?
You said the Chads are not coming in?
The Chads are coming. They're gonna come save you.
Well, what's gonna save me first, the Chads or the Wi-Fi? Fuck.
just hit 7 o'clock. I'm gonna take this time to structure tomorrow's day. I have plenty of time to finish tasks up tonight. I'm gonna take this time tonight to try and freestyle as many of these tasks I need to get done tomorrow, but then truly think about what needle moving task that I can complete tomorrow. One main centralized task that I can spend all day working on completing that will significantly either increase income, increase productivity, increase optimization, automate something or someone, and ideally create a $10,000 task. So a $10,000 task being a task that would generate me at least $10,000, similar to YouTube videos or automations or processes or people or standard operation procedures, etc. So number one, first thing that I need to get done tomorrow is I need to transfer all of my information into a personal ClickUp instead of using NewFans. Reason being, I'm looking at starting a new company soon. I think there's gonna be an entire video dedicated to that company, so I'm not gonna get too involved or into that yet. I do have a few tasks in mind that could move the needle forward. As simple as that. And I think one of them is a mass outreach, a way for us to communicate with as many new models as possible. And I think one of those ways is going to be outreach. And I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna say some kind of lead gen. We need to start generating more leads. We have a marketing division, a secondary company division, and then I think the third division just is a straight up lead gen department. I think that would be phenomenal. Next thing we can do is we can start looking at another possible marketing acquisition. Frankly, I don't want to do that. What I have going for me right now is working great, so I'd prefer to keep it that way. But I will add it here. I'm looking at some of these companies. I mean, you need to ask yourself, if you're looking to scale, how many more employees do you need? How many account managers do you need? How many chatters do you need? Do you have a chat team, etc.? I think we're in a position where we can safely onboard a few hundred creators and be fine. All right, brainstorming general things. I think it's also fair to say that we can look at what are some issues that the company's having and maybe look to fix them. Let me see. One thing, if we're looking at a lead gen department, some form of lead gen department requires a highly qualified or a credible looking social media profile. So I'm curious, who do we know in this department that could give us a special rebrand? Essentially, and I'm curious. One, we need a new website for the company because the website I made was bunk. We need a Instagram revamp. We need, a lot, honestly. We would seriously need to revamp the whole company. There was a point in time where we had it very set in stone and it looked great. Not gonna lie, it was great. But over time didn't really keep up with it. We were at the standard. We kind of changed routes and let that lack a little bit. But the idea is, do you even want an agency, or am I looking for, there's so many fucking possibilities for making money that sometimes just picking one is just asinine. But there's no other option. You can pick one. Unless you're Musk. What to do. I can either scale NewFans or I can scale another company. I don't even know. I'm glad that this thought is intriguing me at the moment though. I'm glad this is finally, I'm able to sit and think about which one I want to do. I think likely we should refurbish NewFans. NewFans should go through a refurbish, update, new website, Instagram. We haven't been keeping up with that at all. Not in the least, now that I sit and I finally don't have a single thing to do on my task list. I'm realizing all of the things NewFans started collapsing on. Website has been neglected. Calendly booking is non-existent. Which means if any creator wanted to work with us, they literally couldn't. If they went to newfans.net, they wouldn't even be able to connect with us. How insane is that? All right. So I pretty much structured everything that I think I'm going to focus and prioritize tomorrow. One of them is going to be building out that personal ClickUp, just to get my stuff out of the business side of things. And then second thing is possibly look at a new marketing channel and then actually just patch all of the holes that NewFans has. Like I mentioned, there is a possible development of a new company, and it wouldn't be fair to go go and allocate time to a new company if I have some holes in the current one. So the website of our company, newfans.net, is trash. The Calendly booking system is no longer, and the Instagram hasn't been updated since like 2021. So these are three major factors that I'm going to delegate immediately tomorrow. I have an idea of who will take care of our Instagram, the website, and the Calendly booking. That's going to be easy. These I will be taking care of because this is just one of the few things that are just something that I enjoy doing is website development. So I can take care of that. These two are interconnected, and then issues in general with new fans that I'm going to think of. Pretty much going to finish the night off with setting up all the marketing channels, the follow unfollow, and just the follow unfollow to make sure that it runs tomorrow. I'm going to set up my buddy's little marketing thing up for him so that it runs tomorrow as well. And then I'm going to freestyle a few of these tasks, read, and get some sleep. So this will be the last you hear from me.